People are starting to catch on, guys, to how good the Berserker actually is. About a week ago, I made a video talking about how OP the Berserker is, but now you literally have people saying she's better than the Knight. I think at this point we can all agree, and I was tagged alongside these other people, the Berserker, and basically that's a greater than sign, so he's saying is better than the Knight. Now, I saw this tweet at first and I was a little bit skeptical. Could this really be true? The Knight that is known for having good stats for his cost, could it really be the Berserker has dethroned the Knight? Well, if we see how many people are using the Berserker inside of the top 200, there's 34 people using the Berserker, and as you can see, the best Berserker deck right now is inside this new Royal Giant deck, but she's used in so many different decks, whether it is Miner Cycle, Mortar, Drill, and even Bait. Now, if we compare her to the Knight, you guys are going to see it is going to be significantly more. Only 6 people using the regular Knight. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are probably like, wait, boss, there's an Evolved Knight. I know, guys, I know. So let's put in the Evolved Knight and combine the two totals together. The Evolved Knight, there are 16 people using inside of the top 200. So if you add the 6 and the 16, it is going to be 22, which means the Berserker, there are significantly more people using the Berserker compared to the Knight inside of the top 200. Now, a lot of people might ask, okay, well, why are people even comparing the Berserker and the Knight? Aren't they both completely different cards? Well, yes, but also no, because you see, they're both basically more or less mini tanks that have a lot of health for their elixir costs. You also would never use both the Berserker and the Knight in the same deck, with maybe the exception of a graveyard deck where you might see the two. But for the most part, you're not going to pair them in the same deck, which is why you can see in this deck here, I got the Berserker instead of the Knight. And this guy's got the Fisherman, so he's just using a very toxic deck. We already got the Furnace down again. Our cycle is just so quick. So what I'm hoping is we can end up overwhelming this guy with the Evo Furnace. We need to pressure a lot. The Chef, you want to pressure a lot, so then basically, you know, these chefs are busy cooking and they don't get their pancakes as quick. That's kind of the goal. But basically, they both do a lot of DPS for their elixir costs, and they both have a lot of health for their elixir costs, which is why I think they're compared, in my opinion, alongside the fact that you just see them in similar decks. So I think it kind of makes sense. We can go in here because he just used his arrows, and we could potentially send the Mighty Miner into the other lane if he does something. Yeah, he is going to go in for a P.E.K.K.A. Look at this, guys. The Mighty Miner is going to tank for the bush, and I think he is absolutely cooked here. This should more likely than not be tower down. We can go in for a Furnace here, and hopefully we get... Okay, let's just distract this here. Let's go in for an Ice Spear. In the cannon, your guys should hopefully clutch up for us. We could even go in for the, maybe like, oh my gosh, bro. That was nuts! That defense was crazy. Let's go, man. It's always so hyped defending the Evo P.E.K.K.A. Chef decks. I feel like also with the Chef getting a nerf, the deck is definitely drastically worse as well. We definitely cannot deny that. Okay, he is going to go in for the Fisherman. We maybe got to try to have it not pull the... Oh my gosh. Yo, that was crazy. Okay, this is basically his last chance. He's got to get my whole tower in this push, or he's basically screwed. We want to try to get rid of this Chef if possible, because then it's basically he's not going to have any pancakes cooking. So you can see he's going all in. Now he's not going to get anything leveled up. So as long as we defend this push, which I think we can, we are pretty much in the clear here. And as you guys can see, that is going to be beautiful defense over there, as Riley would say. He's always talking about the beautiful D. We can go in for the Ice Spirit here. And yeah, that is going to be a nice win over there with this Berserker deck, which has been appearing recently inside of the meta. People basically have been running the Furnace and the, well, the Mighty Miner, rather, I guess you could say, instead of the Boss Bandit. And then, yeah, there's a lot of different variants of the deck you can play. If you don't have the Evo Furnace, you, of course, can use the Evo Skeleton Barrel, which is going to be very good. And, you know, probably a ton of other things. You can mix and match a lot of different cards with the deck. The second deck I'm going to be playing is this RG Berserker deck, which, in my opinion, guys, is probably the best Berserker deck in the whole game. There's a reason why so many people are running it that are high up, and I guess we could just go in for a Furnace here first play of the game, because obviously, I mean, we want to get to the evolution. And is this guy really running the same thing? Probably unlikely because he's got the Princess Tower, but it's going to be some Gob Giant deck of some sort. Maybe it's like E-Golem or something like that. I guess we'll see. He's got a Lumberjack, so I don't know what this is. This could be the Cannon Cart Gob Giant deck that's fairly new. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. We could actually send in an RG here. It's a little bit aggressive, but I think it's a good play because we still have the Furnace up. And as you can see, he is going to go in for a P.E.K.K.A, but I think that's completely fine because, oh, I was going to say the minions were going to make quick work of it, but he has arrows, unfortunately. A lot of people I notice are using the arrows because of the minions being a lot stronger. I decided to log because I think it's worth it to protect the Furnace just to force a response out of him. And as you can see, he goes in for the E-Wiz, which is going to get killed by the Furnace. I actually think that was a pretty bad E-Wiz by him. I think it could have been probably placed a little bit better, but I'm certainly not complaining because that was very good for us. And now we're looking very good here because we have our Evo RG in cycle. We could even play it because I don't think he's back to a... Actually, let's not, because it would just be a little bit too aggressive, and yeah, I don't know. I think it would just not be the play. I changed my mind. Now that we pulled in the Evo Lumberjack, let's go in for it. And he's probably going to get a P.E.K.K.A down as soon as he can. No, he can't because he has to arrow to take out the minions. So as a result, look at this massive lead we have, and a lot of people have been asking like why the Cannoneer's being used a lot. A lot of it's because of the Furnace, but it debatably got a buff as well too, and it's just like all the people running like these heavier decks too. The Cannoneer's really clutch with, and also the Cannoneer pairs very well with the Fisherman because the Fisherman kind of pulls everything into the middle and then it's getting shot by both of the cannons. So it's kind of dependent on the deck too, but I think that it's very, very solid. So let's go in for a Fisherman here. He is going to go in for a Ram Rider. Let's just arrow this, and he was very aggressive, so I think I'm going to go ahead and RG here. I think it should be a decent play. We're going to get the Fisherman to pull the P.E.K.K.A. He'll probably, yeah, I was going to say go guards, which he does, and the minion should clean up nicely here. And as you can see, with him not having the arrows in rotation, we're going to be able to defend really, really easily. And now we're looking very good going into kind of the end of the game here. We just need a little bit more damage with our RG, and then it's basically a wrap. We'll go in for the Berserker here, and then I think we'll just go in for a Fisherman on top of the Ram Rider. He is going to go in for a Snowball, so that was actually a very solid play on his end. He is going to arrow, but by the time he got that down, we kind of mitigated a good chunk of the damage, so I think we're looking okay, and because he spent all of his elixir, he wasn't able to afford a P.E.K.K.A immediately, so as a result, the RG is going to get a couple shots on the tower, and that is going to be a very nice game 2 over there. That's going to be it for the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. We're so close to 200,000 subscribers. You can use creator code BOSS to support me in any Supercell game, and thanks again until next time.